City Skylines, one of the best city building games in recent history, gets a VR version called Cities VR, which just got launched on the Quest 2. This clip sums up about 20 hours of gameplay, making this review based on 4 criteria, while also trying to answer the question, is Cities VR on the Quest 2 worth it? Keep in mind that the game has been built from scratch, tailored for VR, and ready to provide you with the closest and most immersive experience possible. And now, without further ado, let's move on to the review. Let's first talk about graphics. At launch, there's a total of 9 maps that you'll be able to set up your empire in. Each of them raises some design concerns that you might have, but you'll pretty much enjoy overcoming those. Everything looks good and loads up really fast. The city is generated from pre-built and pre-rendered assets. You'll probably see buildings that look alike here and there, but I don't think that the frequency is too high. Being in VR and able to take a closer look to pedestrians, traffic and buildings is an awesome experience, and I think that the vibe the game delivers is on the spot. It's not a masterpiece, but looks good to me. It's important to know that both the recording and the gameplay that you're seeing was running simultaneously on the Quest 2 Snapdragon XR2 chip smoothly, which I consider to be impressive. To round up this section, I give graphics an 8 out of 10 marks. Now moving on to mechanics, they work pretty seamlessly. The camera movements are easy to use and allow to have both the Overlord overview or getting intimate to your city. I simply love how the left controller's grip button acts like a modifier, revealing the build, tools and report section. I find this a great interpretation of the HUD, which feels very natural to use and easy to pick up. Get a loan, maybe increase some taxes, and build your way up to capitalism like a boss. The tutorial from the game is also well made, being very clear even if it's your first time to this game genre. It's kinda hard sometimes to gain maximum efficiency in placing your roads, and my hand tremor from the lack of caffeine sometimes fucks me up, but this is an experience which can be enjoyed seated, so you can take advantage of using something for an armrest to get maximum precision. What was missing from the game, and I honestly felt kinda sad, is the bird. I thought it was funny. Leaving Tweety and my Twitch out of the picture, I give the game a 9 out of 10 marks for mechanics. When you have history on making great sandbox games, it's not hard to set the expectations high, but let's talk quality. The game promises quite the number of variables and complexity, to the point I would say that no two mirror experiences will be the same. Even the smallest of placement decisions makes a huge impact in the bigger picture, and I think that this makes the replayability high. There are some things missing when compared to the vanilla version of City Skylines, and something I desperately looked for was expanding the map. Your map and land size is fixed, and unfortunately you won't be able to expand your reign as a mayor through the capitalist conquest of new lands. But not being able to expand actually adds a new dynamic to the game, and in fact brings a true challenge on scaling your city past a point. Because you have to start being an evil mayor and taking things apart, so your city gets more and more people with their sweet money. Getting back to reality, this brings the game a more intimate experience. You'll get to spend in more time on tweaking and making your city the best there is out there, and probably enjoy the experience. Being fair and only judging the VR game, I give this an 8.5 out of 10 marks. Now for the fun element, and this is the hardest one to judge, because we all might have different tastes, and it's hard to be objective about fun. I'm trying not to be biased here, okay? I spent about 20 hours playing it, messed around with a few cities, went in pretty deep so I can give you guys an awesome review. You can totally show your support through a like! And I for one genuinely had fun. I've always liked games such as City Skylines, Roller Coaster Tycoon, The Sims, even Fallout 4, basically games that offered you some type of building experience, and Cities VR is now part of that list. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 marks for fun. And now on to the main question. Is Cities VR on the Quest 2 worth it? Maybe. It depends. Let me explain you why. If you're a huge fan of City Skylines, looking and expecting for a one-on-one replica, I'd maybe wait a bit for some updates. Or hopefully a PC VR version with add-ons. Anyways, Putting comparisons and expectations on the side, the game is good, and it gets a solid 8.6 from me and a stamp of approval. I enjoyed my time in it, I enjoyed making this video, writing the script, it was a fun topic for me. I give the developers a vote of confidence since they try to make sure from the first second that you get in the game that free updates will be available in the future, so I can't wait for some of them to drop. Kudos to the devs for putting in the time and effort for making a good game. Unavoidably, if comparing Cities VR with Skylines, the first does feel a bit shallow. The complexity that Skyline has after all of the DLCs, the modding support and tools available, the possibility of community created content is not there yet. I for one hope that the devs won't be keeping this hunk of a potential game as a Quest exclusive, but later leverage the specs and power that the PC VR version would be bringing. I mean, just imagine the possibilities. Do note that I've played, based my opinion, and shot this video on the pre-release version of the game, so always look for some patch notes just to make sure that you're up to date with all the news and updates. While working on this video, I got to spend quite some time on studying what's the best layout for zoning, intersections, things to look out, and all of this just to be able to make a better city for my peeps. I'm working on making another video with my key learnings from this and even how Bogtown grew from 0 to 2.5k residents. This video is coming out soon, so if you want to get notified on that, you can do the thing.
What thing?
You know, the thing we'd appreciate very much if you'd consider subscribing. Did I manage to answer the question of this clip? What would you like to see in Cities VR? Let's talk in the comment section below. Also, if you go bananas on your city, do make a clip and share it with us on our Discord community. Another place where you can go bananas is our merch store, which is simply dominated by monkeys right now.
Hey man! Hey Mr. Mayor! Sorry for bothering you, but can we please get more buses in here? It's a bit crowded and someone stole my Q-Phone 22 again! Now, I don't even have a ticket anymore or cash to buy one. How the hell am I supposed to get home now?